Hey everyone, this is Ruff here, and we're going to be continuing with some more StarCraft action. Now we do see this time it's going to be Earthling versus ChickenBoss. Last time we did see ChickenBoss was being very victorious in that one, and yeah, and we'll see what he does this time. He is playing random, so he did get Zerg last time, and what race will he get this time? So spawning down this side is going to be ChickenBoss. He's going to be spawning as the Protoss. So, and we're going to see up in the top corner, we're going to see Earthling, which is our green Zerg, and we'll see who can come out on top today. Now, I do not know for sure what ranks are these players exactly, because they can lie and say, oh, I'm bronze, when they're really, you know, master or whatever. So we'll see how they go. I believe Earthling is going to have the advantage in this one. I think he's a better player overall from what I've seen last night. He plays a lot more higher up, I would say. But we do see ChickenBoss is going to be doing his very early pylon, which is going to allow him to do that Forge Fast Expand, which is so effective versus Zerg. And we'll see if that will put it into his favor or not. Now, Forge Fast Expanding is probably going to be one of the only builds that you need to go versus Zerg all the time as a Protoss in any league. It's usually probably one of the best strategies just to prolong the game into the longer game, because that's when the Protoss is going to be the most strong. So we'll see if that proves out to be effective for him. But like I said in the last video, guys, I don't know if you watched it, but I'm going to be doing a lot of videos today, just because all next week I am going to be out for vacation, and this week I am very busy with work and things like that, and packing and all sorts of stuff. So we are going to be seeing ChickenBoss going to be setting up a patrol around the base just to keep it notified. He was not able to deny the base at all. I think that's what he's trying to do right now. He's going to spot it immediately and be like, hey, I failed at that, so let's go on home. We probably should go on home, and he's probably going to do that right now. We do see the forge going down, and that hatchery, and another extractor. So let's see what is this early extractor is going to go for. I have no idea. It could be for some early layer tech, maybe, but he's going to have that on that spawning pool. It's possibly for that early metabolic boost, which is going to be very effective, make those Zerglings that much more effective at counterattacking and all sorts of stuff like that. So we do see the forge continuing to go down. Nexus does go down right now, and that's going to help wall this in just that much more. He just needs a wall in that two sections right there, and then the Zerglings have to run all the way around like that and come in like that. So we'll see if he's going to be able to finish his wall up pretty effectively. We do see the Overlords going to be hanging out over top the base, be like, hey guys, what's up? Just going to watch all these buildings come in from the warp, because, you know, honestly, it looks pretty cool. So we do see the spawning pool coming out, and have you guys ever noticed that it looks like a little heart inside the spawning pool? Like, see that? It's definitely a beating heart. I mean, it's a little creepy to me. I always noticed that. I don't know if anyone else did. Anyway, focusing at the task at hand, we do see double queens coming out, and that metabolic boost, like we were saying. It's going to make those Zerglings a lot more effective at those counterattacks to allow it to do a little bit more faster streaming and stuff like that back down to the enemy base. And we do see the photon cannons going down, and the gateway, and we see an additional cannon, and that's what we're going to see right there, so we can cover all angles, make sure no Zerg can get by without getting shot at least once by the cannon. And I think he needs to place a pylon or something right there, because this cannon is going to be the weak point of the defense. If they can just focus down that cannon with roaches, they can just walk right in, Zerglings can just pour right in. But we also need to see something right there, which is going to be the Cybernetics core right there. And yeah, so we do see those Zerglings coming down and kind of scouting out. Now they will, the Overlord start getting shot, and he's like, hey man, I just watched you come in from Ire or whatever you came in from. Oh, and that poor Zergling is going to get surrounded by probes and get probed to death. And that is not something you want to get probed to death. That just sounds unpleasant entirely. So we do see Metabolic Boost finishing up, another extractor on the way, a round of drones, and yeah. Now, what will we see out of our Zerg player? We do see another expansion going down. He's going to be expanding right now, and that's going to prove out to be very effective since our Protoss is not looking to be very aggressive early on. He's just getting on his first Stalker right now, probably going to take out that Overlord. That's exactly what he's going to do, because you see that waypoint is going to be right over top of him. And another gateway in the base. Now, I don't know how effective our Protoss is going to be, just because he needs to get that. He needs to get a little bit stronger defense. He needs to get some units out. Yes, we do see that the Zerg is macroing. He's not worried right now. He doesn't have that many units, but still, I think he still needs to be aware of what's going to go on and how it needs to go down. Then we do see the Roach Warren and an Evo Chamber going down. Layer Tech is on the way. Another round of drones on the way. And this is going to be that much more effective, because once he gets those drones out, he can just immediately transfer them over here to get the full saturation on the space. And we do see a Spine Crawler going down just for some early defense in case the Protoss does decide to be aggressive. I don't know if this was the best placement for this cannon. I think he should have placed it like right here, or place this forward and place this forward, just so it has a little more ease of access from the Nexus to the simulator. But we do see Twilight Council going down, a couple more gateways, and an observer on the way from the robotics facility. And we do see +1 on the way, along with support crawlers. So I think Green is going to know something's going on. I want to take chances, and I want to be safe no matter what, in case invisible DTs, whatever might be coming my way. I want to be ready for it. And we do see he will be ready for it. We do see roaches on the way, as well as the +1 and the roach movement, which is going to be much more effective. So we can, like I said before, just like the Zerglings, you need those roaches to be, you need all your units to be as fast as possible, so you can transfer them down here as fast as possible to get onto the attack and get reinforcements. You know, we do see Warp Gate technology on the way. Other than that, our Protoss player is not really doing anything else at the moment, and we do see lots of roaches. And that Stalker didn't see it, and he's going to throw down that Dark Shrine. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the smart choice. He might be going for some DT drops. He does have the Observer on the way to detect anything that's going on, but these are a lot of roaches right now. I think right now, if he went in right now with these roaches, there'd be nothing to stop him at the moment, and he would actually just crush through the Protoss, which he would love to do right now. We do see a Warp Prism on the way, which I love, because I love Warp Prisms. I don't say I'm not white raw with it, but I love playing with Warp Prisms. They're so awesome and so fun to play with, just because you can just warp things in the enemy base without them even knowing it, and then just rush into the mineral line. That's what I love to do, personally. We do see all these roaches. This is a weird placement for him, because he can see everything that's going on. He can see with these buildings. He can see that there's roaches outside my mini base right now. I should probably be careful. But we do see the Warp Gates coming in. The only units that they have, the only units he has is just a Warp Prism and some Zealots. And Zealots are not going to be able to handle this. They're going to get focused down immediately, just because since they're melee units, they just cannot do enough damage. We do see the roaches. We do see Dark Templar coming in, and an Immortal. That Immortal will be the only thing that can actually do damage to these roaches. But at the moment, we do see the roaches backing out. We do see DTs kind of chasing after them. Now, I don't think there's that much you can do against it either way. You could probably just not even worry about the DTs as much, just because the DTs, yeah, they do a lot of damage, but he can just walk right through them, kind of. So, we'll see if that's effective. He does have 3 Overseers right now, so he's going to be ready to stop this DT harass, and that's basically it right there. There's nothing else he can do. So we do see this Spire on the way. That means we're going to see some kind of Mutas or even Broodlords, but he does not have Hive Tech on the way, so yeah, I think he's going to go pure Muta. He also is saving up lots of gas, so he's going to be able to pop a lot of them out at a time. And how many do we see? Any moment now, should see some Mutas. We're going to see 11 Mutas on the way, and that's going to prove out to be very annoying for our Protoss. Hopefully he can get out something besides Immortals right now. He's expecting an all-in Roach attack, so he's going to be pumping out those Immortals like crazy. He needs to get out some Stalkers. He needs to get out some kind of anti-air. But at the moment, he has no clue what's going on. and that's going to be very, very, it's going to hurt him a lot when he does that. And we do see, no, he's not. He's double expanding, especially the expansion right next to the base. You could almost teleport. I think you actually could, right there. I think you could blink. You could blink stalkers right across, and actually still go take out this hatchery right here. But I don't think the Protoss is in any way in shape to take care of that. He does have additional gateways on the way, but he does have the Mutaflock coming in his main base, focusing down these stalkers very easily without taking any damage himself. Units lost. That's just ugly, and I don't think there's any way for our Protoss to come back into the game. 4 stalkers at a time is just not enough. He could focus down his he could focus down the stalkers at any time that he wants, and that's just going to hurt him in general. We do see 5 additional mutas on the way, and that Mutaflock is just going to keep on growing and growing and growing, and that's just not going to be pretty. Now we do see +1 attack ground weapons for the Protoss on the way. At this time, yeah, he's going to get some stalkers out, but that's still not going to be effective versus all of these mutas. These mutas are just keep on growing. There's more and more pumping out. We do see 34 Zerglings on the way, so we're going to have Roach, a Zergling, and a Muta all attacking at the base. And this is just going to be a composition that the Protoss is not ready for. He does not have enough units, and there's just no way he can come back from this. He's going to be completely in good shape, and he's actually going to have such a big flock right now. He actually has a crazy amount, and he's going to have over 16. But we do see him focusing on the turrets, and we do see the stalkers heading down. These stalkers are not going to be that effective. They do have blink, which allows him to micro a little bit better, but his the Earthlings control with his mutas are very good. Now we do see the huge attack coming in right now, and the Roaches, the Overseers, everything. It's just overwhelming the Protoss force. And even though the Mortals, nothing can really stop this at all. And we do see just every unit getting eaten up by this composition. And I believe that's going to be it for this one. And yes, we do see that's going to be it. And that's going to be game over. Earthling did come out on top and massacre, pure massacre against ChickenBoss. There was just nothing ChickenBoss could have done. He fell behind from the moment he started. He needed to get more units out. He needed to get his upgrades out as fast as possible. He just did not do the pressure or whatever he needed to do to stop that Zerg overwhelming force. But we do see that Earthling did get on top of that one. That was a good game. I liked it. If you guys did, just please give it a thumbs up. If you want to, subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.